Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem 2023. A lot of parallels and similarities to be drawn with the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse films, in that it's like they've taken a leaf out of that book and said, this is the new style of animated features that we need to do with beloved characters that go back. I mean, the Turtles don't go back as far as Spider-Man, but they go back now. I remember them as a kid. I was, just as I was still a kid when they came out, just about before I became, teenager, high school and stuff. The Turtles were around. They've done what's this, the 7th movie of the Turtles they've done now. They've done some live action ones and animated ones. This is like a new spin on it all. And for me, there's a lot of similarities to be drawn, even though this is Nickelodeon. It's Nickelodeon's first animated feature. It's not a Marvel or a Disney property, but just the way they've been so creative and inventive with that animated style, and the way that it definitely speaks to that younger audience, like you said, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, whatever. They've got that kind of thing going for it. It's modern in that way, as well as sort of having a few cheeky winks and nods to the property or the history of the property. But in a very similar way, I'm not as massive a Ninja Turtles fan as I am Spider-Man, but damn, I enjoyed this film. I really did. And for a lot of those same reasons we've just been talking about with Spider-Man, they did well to sort of say, let's do it like that. Not exactly, but at least in spirit, let's do something like that.
I think that's exactly it. It was interesting because I was speaking to someone and I was saying it's really refreshing to get like the Spider-Man and this. For the last 20 years or so, all we've had pretty much, there's some exceptions, but all the main kind of animations coming out have been those computer-generated Pixar-style animations, which was fantastic at first. When Toy Story first came out, it was a revelation and all that. It gets bloody boring. 20 years of it, and every bloody thing that comes out or whatever. I can see why they do it. It's in some ways easier and all these different things, but it's just dull, and there's so many of them now. So when these come out, and it's, even if it is a digital way of doing it, but it's very much in that essence, that style of those classic cartoons.
Feels illustrated rather than computer generated.
It's very inspired by those Disney and cartoons and stuff like that of older year, but obviously done with a modern twist, as we've just been talking about all these different ideas. So it's really refreshing just to get films of that. I think it's really interesting, really different, and really enjoyable. Very much you can see it's inspired by Spider-Verse. The director, Jeff Rowe, has said the Spider-Man film has paved the way for this to happen, which is really great. And as you say, I grew up, Ninja Turtles was on Saturday mornings. I would watch Ninja Turtles. It was part of
Cowabunga, dude.
Cowabunga. It was part of the pop culture. It was part of the zeitgeist, wasn't it?
It was.
It was there. And so, not that it's something I've followed greatly, I think, as most people, but when it comes back up, it's like, oh, Ninja Turtles, yeah, So it's a bit of a nostalgia hug with it,
Ice Cube as Superfly was so funny. He was brilliant. And Jackie Chan as Splinter.
Human friends. Hello, I'm a human. Say hi to Chris. I'm Chris Pine. Look at my eyebrows.
I really love Jackie Chan. I think he's amazing. He's getting old now as well, so you obviously don't see him as much jumping about the place and being a legend that he is. But he's come so far in his life that he's even able to voice act alongside people like Ice Cube and stuff. They aren't going to have any problems. English-speaking film. He was brilliant as Superfly as well. He was just note perfect performance. Yeah. But like I say, wow, Jackie Chan, just so amazing.
It was great, and the whole cast was fantastic. I mean, I think they got everyone right, and it's a rare moment where they got all these different actors and celebrities in, and it worked in a really good way. It was visually really nice. Just you say it was inspired by the Spider-Man, but there's an interesting texture to the animation.
Yeah,
the kind of made you feel.
It's definitely different in terms of its textures and its style.
It felt like they were trying to get that texture into the animation to make you kind of go, it's, you could almost touch it.
Yeah.
Where are we going exactly?
Oh, see that building over there? That's not it.
It's really nice that they bought it up to date. There was laptops, there was phones, it was modern.
What if I'm haunted by the faces of my victims in my sleep?
Yeah, of course. Murder is a heavy burden.
So there's that whole theme running underneath it all of acceptance, which is a great modern theme to explore with this kind of film as well. It's like, we're different, but can you accept us? Because they've been raised to believe that they won't be accepted by the world. They'll always be different. They'll always be rejected by their father, Splinter, But when they meet April, who is, instead of being a news reporter now, she's like a blogger, which is cool. It's like she's a youngster as well and a blogger. And because they get accepted by her, and she sort of says to them, well, there will be people that will accept you. Their world changes, and it's like, oh.
It's classic coming of age kind of tropes to it, and there's a lot of that kind of wanting to be included and all those kind of things going on. And I love that, they brought it up to date by adding this technology and stuff, but it still felt very late 80s, early 90s in its essence, and they had that great kind of nostalgic hip hop soundtrack in there. No Diggity and stuff like that. Dr. Dre. And even Ninja Rap was back, Vanilla Ice.
I know they
from the original film.
It in there. No, that's from the second film.
Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go.
Yeah, I think that's from the second film where Vanilla Ice came in and they did the soundtrack.
Go, 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 go.
For the older guys like me and you who were like, we've known this since we were kids, there's stuff in there you can say, great. I'd watch it again. I'm looking forward to another sequel. They didn't have Casey Jones in there, and that was one thing. It's like, I hope they do bring that character in, but you don't want to spaff it all in the first film. Anyway, you want to hold some back.
What did he just say?
I think that was it, as you say, about them holding back on
Shredder.
I think it is their wise thing of, we'll hold some stuff back, and that's the right thing to do. And I'd say I agree. I would want to see another one.
We also had John Cena.
We did.
Always good to see John turn up.
Always it seems to turn up at some point.
Because he was in Barbie, remember? He just popped up over that wave. Hi. It's like,
for 2 minutes,
every modern film, you got to have John Cena in there somewhere.
I accidentally became a meme.
What a nice surprise, and what an enjoyable film.
Yeah, absolutely. Top marks. Recommend. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider supporting us at buymeacoffee.com or join us on Patreon. All links below.